Hello everyone, Thomas here from ScaleCustomz, and in this video I'm going to give you guys an update on my Axial Scx10. I've done a video kind of updating you guys on what I've done to it before, but that was like 5 months ago, and I've done a couple of things since then, so I figured I would do a new video and show you guys what those new things are. And since the first video that I did an update of this truck on was so long ago, I'm just going to go over everything that I went over in that video before again in this video. In case you didn't see that video or you don't care to go see that one, I'll just go over everything in this one. I got this truck in December of 2013. And I'll start with the outside of the truck, what I've done to the outside, the exterior, and then I'll take the body off and show you underneath. One of the first most noticeable things is this extra spare tire on the roof, and this spare tire came off of another ScX10, the same exact RTR truck that you see here that I had before this one. I kept the spare tire and got rid of the truck, traded it for something else, but whatever, that's besides the point. It's the same exact rim and tire. It's the Walker Evans. I think that's right. Walker Evans, right? Anyways, I think that's what it is. Walker Evans rim with the Maxxis Trepador tire. And if you look underneath here, if you can see the white thing that's right there, that is I believe it's called a servo saver. Basically what I did is I took this bolt, stuck that bolt through that servo horn, servo saver, whatever it is, stuck it through the roll bar, stuck the tire over, and then put this thing that holds the tire on in the back, which is right here again. You know, since I had the other truck, I had this extra spare tire and the extra screwy thingy, I don't know what you call that. I have a rope here that was made by a friend of mine. Thanks, Brad, for making this scale rope. It's a cool little scale item on there. And then on this side, that was my attempt at making an igloo cooler. Yeah, I guess you could say you probably have seen worse. I don't know. Looks pretty bad to me. I've always wanted to redo it. I just have never taken the time to redo that cooler. Another thing is these bucket lights right here. They were originally, like in the last video that I was talking about at the beginning of this video, where I did an update like 5 months ago. I don't think I had these bucket lights on this truck at all. But since that video, in between that video and this one you're seeing now, I had these bucket lights up here on the roof. I had a screw going through here into the bucket light, so they were both up here on top. But whenever the truck would roll over, it would obviously land on those. But they never broke or anything, but I knew that over time they were going to eventually break. So what I did is I took them from here and drilled holes in the body, as you can see, and mounted them on the hood. And now they are clear from anything when the truck rolls over. And let me turn the truck on. And you can see I got two lights here in the bumper, and then the two bucket lights I was just talking about right here. So that's those headlights, and then I got two taillights back here. And this light kit, as well as what I already explained before, this spare tire, the light kit and the spare tire came off of my old ScX10. So I didn't have to buy a light kit when I got this truck brand new. I just put the light kit on this truck off of the old truck, as well as the tire and the links I'm going to show you. So let me try to pop this camera up right here and take the body off. I think that's it for the outside with the body on. So let me go ahead and take it off. But first I'll show you this right here. This is how I have it wired up. Oh, and there's these under the body. I also got these from my friend Brad, thanks to him again. They're hard to see probably because of the lighting in here. But they're like little foam donuts, and I have them hot glued in there, and they, you know, dampen the vibration of the body on the rig itself, so that's cool. Let me turn the truck off. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is where the bucket lights are connected, because the light kit that came off my old truck was 4 lights in the front were all connected. Well, I cut those 4 lights and made them 2 in the front bumper, separate from the 2 bucket lights, if that makes sense. And then, hold on, I gotta open the little tripod on this GoPro up. And I'm filming this on a GoPro, by the way, so if the lighting isn't the best, I apologize. But if you can see this, quick disconnect, now I can take the body away from the truck itself. Since I moved the bucket lights from the top of the roll cage, like I showed you, and put them on the hood, I had to mess up the wiring that I had before, and it was a lot cleaner than this. I just haven't gone back and either used, something to crimp the wires together or solder them together and then tape them. Right now they're just twisted together and almost said duct tape, electrical tape wrapped around them. But eventually I'll make that look better. But with the body off, right now I only run nickel metal hydride batteries just because lipos scare me. No, they're too expensive, and I'm not into this hobby as much as I guess I could be. I don't know how to really say it. I don't know. I don't feel no need for lipos. I don't run this truck that much anyways because I live in Florida, and right now it rains just about every day during the summer, so I haven't even really driven this truck in like 2 months. It's just been sitting here. I turn it on every once in a while and just run it on the stand. But with the body off here, I have moved the battery from the back. It was originally in the back when you get it from the factory. Put the battery in the front to add more weight in the front. And then I put the receiver box back here, and as well as the speed controller. And you can see they're both mounted to a aluminum plate down in here. And that came off my old truck as well. And again, that was made from a friend of mine, Brad. Thanks again. Me and him, get parts and stuff from each other. If he needs something, I give it to him. If I need something, he gives it to me. We help each other out as much as possible. This is part of the light kit. That's I forget what it's called, but it has something to do with the lights. This little module thingy bopper. And then I got the aluminum links. Let me try to flip the truck over. You can see I got these aluminum links, and they're the Axial brand, if you can see this right here. I don't know if you can read that, but it says Axial. And I'm using my phone, by the way, to see what I see, because I don't have the little GoPro screen that attaches to the back. That thing's like $75, which is pretty expensive if you ask me. But yeah, I'm trying to use my phone to know what I'm looking at, but it's delayed. See how it's delayed? I just went across with my hand, and now watch, and then my hand goes. It's just, I don't know, it's delayed. But yeah, these metal or aluminum links came off of, again, my old truck. So I saved money by not having to buy those. I just took them off my old truck, and here it is in the front. And then I have an Axial servo horn, and I think that's a 23 on there, if I'm not mistaken. I can't tell right now. I can't see the number on it. But yeah, I got the links in the front, the bottom, the servo horn. There was something else. I don't know. I'll have to see if I remember. This wire right here. I guess at one point, this wire was up against the motor. I guess the body was pushing this wire like that on the motor, and when the motor got hot, it melted the little rubber boot like you see here. And so I just took it off, and for now I put electrical tape around it just to protect, these wires from touching each other, which they shouldn't anyways, since this one still has the boot on it, or whatever you want to call that. I don't know, the sleeve. But eventually I'll probably get another speed controller and motor, and I'll have brand new ones of those anyways, so I'm not that worried about that right now. The shocks are the newest thing that I have. I've only had the shocks for like 2 weeks now, and I've barely, like I said, I ran the truck like one day, I think, after I got the shocks on, and I only ran it for like a couple minutes because it started raining. and it basically rains every day here, like I said, in Florida. And the days that it hasn't rained, I've been doing other things, so I haven't been able to drive this as much, among other things, but I won't get into all that. But these shocks are gunmetal, if you can see that. They are Team Integy shocks. They're 91 millimeter. The stock shocks on here, I believe, are 90 millimeter. These ones are 91. They're gunmetal. They got the red spring here, a white spring down here, and are they next to me? Yes, here they are. They came with extra springs. I can use the yellow ones or the blue ones. Yeah, they're Integy T5 piggybacks, and everything on them is aluminum except for down in. Let me try to get some good light. I don't know. Except for basically where this is connecting on this end, the bottom end is plastic. But other than that, the whole entire shock is aluminum. The shock body is aluminum. You know, the cap, the retainer at the bottom is aluminum. God, it's just so hard to get in here. Eventually, I want to get a better camera, and I will explain in my next video why I want a better camera. The GoPro is great for outside stuff and when I'm running the truck, but like I said, I'll get into that in another video. But that's the other thing I was going to show you guys. I totally forgot. This was something I think I explained in my last video on this truck, the update anyways, was that I was waiting for these parts and it took a long time, but I had finally got them. But as you can see, I have aluminum rear lockouts. These are in, what's the brand? GPM Racing, that's what they are. GPM Racing gunmetal rear lockouts. And I have the same brand, GPM Racing gunmetal hub carriers in the front. But if you notice, the steering knuckles are still plastic. And that's because I ordered all three of these. The rear lockouts, the hub carriers, and the steering knuckles all at once. But I only got the rear lockouts and the hub carriers, and the packing slip or whatever that came in with the parts that I did get said that the steering knuckles were on back order, and I waited like 3 months and never got them, and I eventually just basically got my money back because they just weren't coming from this place. And I'm not going to say their name because whatever, it's no big deal. Okay, it's AGTs, sorry. But yeah, I don't really think I'm missing anything. All the electronics on this truck are stock. I'm using a stock remote. When I did get the truck brand new, was this remote here, and was it this remote? I think it was. Yeah, it was this remote here. This transmitter was messed up where no matter what, if I flipped the switch right here, that the steering was backwards. If I turned left, the truck turned right. If I flipped that switch, it still did the same thing. And basically the wires inside the transmitter were wired backwards somehow, so it just didn't work properly. This transmitter is from my old truck, and this one was from Axial sending me a brand new one because I told them that this one was messed up. Gave them some information, and they sent me a brand new transmitter and receiver. So I've never used it. The sticker's still on it. I've made sure it works, but I haven't used it. It's just there for in case I need it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I know I'm just like rambling on, but that's kind of what I do in these types of videos. I just ramble on. But I think that's pretty much everything I've done to this truck. I do plan on doing more things over time, but I have other things I've been doing, like I said before, and the rain thing and all that stuff. And this is a very expensive hobby. And I've also recently gotten back into another hobby of mine, and that is building model cars. And as you can see right here, here's an engine from a model car. That's out of a NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series truck, which is what they used to call it. Now it's the Camping World Truck Series, if you even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I'm starting to get back into building model cars, and yeah. And I'm going to explain more about that in the next video, about me building model cars and the camera thing. That's why I want a new camera, is for building model cars and be able to get really close and focused, because if you look at things like this with the GoPro, like the on-off switch, it's not really that focused. At least judging by my phone over here, it doesn't look very focused, but I don't know how accurate that is. And this video is 17 minutes long. I need to end this. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I know I don't have very many subscribers on this channel right now. I have like 14 last time I checked, but 14 subscribers is better than none. So if you are subscribed to this channel, or you subscribe in the future, thank you very much. Originally, this channel was created for model cars, and then I got into the RC cars, and it kind of basically became just an RC channel because that's all that's on this channel right now. But like I had just said a minute ago, I just started getting back into building model cars, and you might see a little bit of both, but probably more model car stuff on this channel, to be honest, because like I said, this hobby is just very expensive RC wise. But I'm not gonna quit, you know. I'm gonna keep my truck here. I do love my truck. It's still a very precious item of mine. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you like my truck, and let me know what you guys think. See you guys later.